After over 460 days of conflict, a ceasefire agreement has been reached between Israel and Hamas. The deal, brokered by Qatar, the United States and Egypt, offers a potential path to peace in the war-torn region. The ceasefire, set to commence on Sunday, January 19, 2025, is structured in 3 phases. Each phase outlines specific steps and provisions aimed at de-escalation and rebuilding trust. While the agreement signifies a critical step towards peace, significant challenges remain. The success of the ceasefire hinges on the commitment of both sides to uphold their obligations and engage in good faith negotiations. The international community, particularly the mediating parties, will play a crucial role in monitoring the implementation of the agreement and facilitating dialogue. The coming weeks and months will be crucial in determining the long-term viability of this fragile ceasefire. The hope is that this agreement can pave the way for a more sustainable peace, bringing an end to the cycle of violence that has plagued the region for decades. The recent conflict, lasting over 460 days, represents one of the longest and deadliest chapters in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The human cost has been immense, with over 46,000 Palestinian casualties reported. The conflict has also resulted in significant destruction of infrastructure in Gaza, exacerbating the already dire humanitarian situation. The roots of the conflict are deep and complex, stemming from decades of territorial disputes, political tensions, and cycles of violence. The recent escalation further complicated the situation, making the path to a negotiated settlement even more challenging. The ceasefire agreement, therefore, represents a significant breakthrough. It offers a glimmer of hope for a brighter future, but it is essential to acknowledge the long and arduous journey that lies ahead. The first phase of the ceasefire agreement, set to last for 6 weeks, focuses on immediate steps to de-escalate the situation and address urgent humanitarian needs. One of the key provisions in this phase is a prisoner exchange. Israel has agreed to release 33 captives, including women, children, and civilians over the age of 50. In return, Hamas will release a larger number of Palestinian prisoners. These include individuals serving life sentences and those detained after October 7, 2023. This exchange is a sensitive issue for both sides, but it is seen as a crucial confidence-building measure. The release of prisoners, particularly those considered high value by either side, carries significant political weight and can contribute to easing tensions. Section 4. A complete withdrawal, the second phase. The second phase of the ceasefire agreement outlines a more comprehensive Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. This withdrawal, however, is contingent on the successful implementation of the first phase and continued adherence to the ceasefire terms by both sides. The agreement stipulates that Israel will initiate a complete withdrawal from Gaza. While the exact timeline and modalities of this withdrawal are yet to be determined, it represents a significant departure from Israel's previous positions. This provision has been met with mixed reactions, with some expressing concerns about the potential security implications for Israel. However, proponents argue that a complete withdrawal is essential for creating the conditions necessary for a lasting peace. The success of this phase will depend heavily on the ability of both sides to address the underlying security concerns and establish mechanisms for cooperation and communication. Section 5. Uncharted territory. The challenges of Phase 3 and beyond. The third phase of the agreement, while offering the promise of a brighter future, remains shrouded in uncertainty. The most pressing issue is the future governance of Gaza. The agreement outlines a plan for the exchange of the remains of captives, followed by a 3 to 5 year reconstruction plan for Gaza under international supervision. However, the crucial question of who will govern Gaza during this period and beyond remains unanswered. The United States has proposed a reformed Palestinian Authority, potentially with international partners, forming an interim governing authority. This authority would be supported by Arab security forces and focus on rebuilding Gaza and creating the conditions for a two-state solution. However, this proposal faces significant hurdles, including disagreements over the role of Hamas, the future status of Jerusalem, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees. The lack of a clear roadmap for Gaza's governance poses a significant challenge to the long-term viability of the ceasefire agreement. Without a sustainable political solution, the cycle of violence could easily re-emerge, jeopardizing the hard-won progress made so far.